this way. So I want to stretch it. Now that I've done a tiny bit of work on it already, I'm going to turn it that way and then move it this way. And then move it that way, and oh, it doesn't want to go that way at all. Again, I'm up there about what she can handle, so I'll let her have a rest, otherwise it'll cramp as well. Because a lot of the time people can cramp in here, especially when they've been tight for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, in there, yeah.
But it feels so good to have some movement in it,
Yeah.
but it's,
Yeah.
so painful.
Yeah, so good and yet so
intense.
painful, yeah.
Like the movement feels really good, but
yeah.
without the pain.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. All right, so now I'm going to give this side a little rest. I'm going to come back to that, but it's so intense for her that I'm going to come this way a bit as well.
Stop in the center again.
Yep. It's so charged, the center of this toe, so then I'm going to start to come this way. And again, sometimes I'm doing, sometimes I just hold it. Sometimes I move and hold it. And sometimes I do this, where I'm doing a slightly circular movement. See how I'm doing that? And that's, again, and then I change the angle. So I'm pushing the energy that way. And you can see that change in the angle made it like quite intense there. So I'm actually pushing it to go this way. I'm like, go up, go up. And she's feeling it. And then again, I'll let her have a rest, I have a drink.
Should she be drinking water as you're doing the massage or not?
Trying to pretend that I'm
Other side.
a tattoo, so try not to move my tongue.
So this is why I say that the pace of the treatment is often dictated by how much the person can handle, because I'm working at her maximum. There's no more extra that I can. Yeah, I'm working at what she can do. I could get in there and do this whole thing really fast. And on some people, I say with younger people, if you watch that video of me working on Ed's big toe there, he's only 28. You know, I worked him. I still worked him at his threshold, but I was cranking his big toe there, right?
I actually watched that and swore that I wasn't going to say anything about my toe.
Here you are.
So,
Yeah. But I can't go as hard as on
I
you.
know that it's not going to get better.
Yeah.
If it's not.
If it's not dealt with. So all I'm doing is just slowing the pace down. I was working him particularly hard. The top 1% of how I would work. Most people, I probably couldn't handle that. I'm almost twice Ed's age, but so we just work it according to the person. Okay, so I'm moving. You see, I've moved 1, 2, 3 dots now. And this is a really interesting area as we come from here to around, as the toe, sort of the curve of the toe around the nail. A lot of people get a lot of congestion here. You'll feel it, it can often feel like grain, like here I feel it more as an energetic charge and it just feels like really intense. But on some people, you'll feel it like as grains of sand. That's what it feels like. It's obviously not grains of sand, but it feels like little gritty sands. Probably some form of acids or uric acid or something. I'm not an expert on what it is. I just know it's good to get rid of it. So again, holding that spot and letting her breathe into it. And again, we're probably up there at about a 9.6, 9.7. Would you say 9.6 or yeah? Okay. And again, just hold that, just slightly increased it a little bit, and then shaking it. That's going to really stir things up. Just that slight movement. See how it's not the big things, it's the tiny things that can really move things. So this is like probably quite like whoa, and that's where you got to watch how much energy we're stirring up, because we're really getting the end of this band. And in fact, we're getting the end of 2 bands: the big toe sacrum and big toe belly. All right, letting her have a breath a bit. Making sure we take a deep breath too. Okay. Checking in with her. How you feeling? Good?
A little bit lightheaded.
A little bit lightheaded. Okay, I'll let her breathe a bit more just to process it. So I am working her pretty hard. It doesn't look like I'm doing much, but I'm working her, at her maximum. That's what I mean by hard, is her maximum. I could easily go a lot harder.
I'm fairly good pain tolerance as well. So.
Yeah. So yeah, therefore. And that means that we can get her better quicker. Okay, which is good. The more she can handle, the quicker I can do it, you know? But we all have our limitations. So now I'm just working that band gently with my fingers while I'm letting her catching up and just seeing what's going to start to shift, because we've shifted this little bit here, all right? I'm just seeing, is there any more movement? Is it softer? And just, again, just working it, but again, not too hard, but it just gives her a bit of a variety, and then I'm coming more up to the toe, and I'm almost joining where I was working. And I'm just letting her catch up before I come in there, because I want to work all through here to here. And as I say, most of my work these days on a band, I spend 70 to 80% of my time working on this part of a band as compared to 20% on that part of the band. Between the tip of the thing, the tip of the finger or the tip of the toe and that first joint. Because if you do this properly, this all just goes boom, 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 and it really lets go easily. But most people don't know how to do this. Most people don't have the awareness how to do it, and they just glance through it, and it just doesn't work. So it requires quite a lot of sensitivity. So I'm just resting it there, and I'm gradually increasing my pressure there, and you can see that's about her maximum there. And then slightly moving it, holding it, letting her breathe into it. So you can see why I say I could easily work on a lot of people's big toes for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, that'd be enough. Which is really weird for a lot of people, you know, oh, you spent 2 or 3 hours on a big toe, you know? Because people have concepts. Okay, so I'm just coming into there. Again, I'm just trying to gauge that right amount where it's just what she can breathe into. And then I'll stimulate it a bit and then let her have a little rest for a second. And then just feel how it's going through her whole body. Obviously, there's. How you feeling, Emma? Okay. You can see she wants to just move that foot and feel that energy moving.
I actually feel a little bit jittery.
Oh, yeah. So what we'll do then is we'll do the assisted belly breathing.
Just from
That's right.
contracting your muscles.
And in some ways, it's better to be straight so that the energy can move, if you don't mind. I know you want to watch, but.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I sort of know what you're doing now anyway.
Yep. And how are you in terms of body temperature?
I'm good, actually.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know, because sometimes when a lot of energy moves,
I
people
was
can
getting
get
a little
quite
bit,
cold.
yeah, when the fans were up, I was getting
Yeah.
really shivery.
Okay, so then I'll get you to take a deep breath. And again. A bit of work on her head to calm that jittery energy down. I'm working in the area just above her eyebrow. So when you're actually treating it, you can't just isolate one part of the body from another and just go, let me just do the big tug, because the big tug has a huge impact upon the rest of the person and their psyche and their whole body. Ken, I'll just need you to open your jaw a little bit. Big breath. And again. And again, big breath right into your belly. And again. I'll just do a little stretch of your neck like this, just to open it up a bit. That's good. And out. There we go. How you feeling now? A bit better? Energy flowing? Just a bit more in your belly. Ready for more on your toe? So again, we'll just see how it's going here, how its movement is. I still feel that strong pulling on this side. So like I said, I wanted to give her a rest, but I'll just twist it that way. Again, she's probably not had it moved. And then while it's twisted like that, I'm going to just come in here a bit more and quite gently. You can see I'm not going that hard.
You're on the bands, eh?
Yeah, I'm on the bands. Just because it's obviously hitting her threshold, but I just want to see if some of this will open up now that I've done a bit here. I want to come in and do more thorough work here, but just seeing what's going to let go. Because it's so jammed up in here. Oh, this one particularly feels bad. So just sort of gently caressing it virtually. And then going right up into where that band comes up into the ankle. And then even doing a quick run up into here. And I may as well work both bands while I'm here. So coming around, big toe sacrum band. And just getting anything that's gonna let go, let's let it get it to let go. And I can still feel how tight that is. So now I come in and I'll just continue through here a bit. Again, you can see that I'm it's like projecting energy through a chopstick actually is what I'm doing. I know it's a bit advanced, and then I'm slightly moving it. You can see how intense that is. Let her breathe. It's just been so chronically jammed up in all of these. That's why it takes a bit of time. Rest and that. Again, we can just do a bit of shaking.
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah, help it disperse a bit. Stretch it. Stretch it the other way. Just start